This list is the best version of the Utopia deck that I could put together myself. I know a lot of people are familiar with the Gaga Gaga and Do 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 version of it. I personally don't think it's as good as this version, simply because both of these versions can achieve the same thing, which is set up the Utopia board. However, this version is more consistent in my opinion, and it provides something that the original Utopia deck does not. I noticed once you break a Utopia deck, it doesn't have it doesn't have a follow-up. So the way I built this one, that at least with the help of the Horus engine, it has some kind of a fallback. So if you notice, all the regular Utopia cards are out, and our best normal summon is the Summoner Monk. And I'll tell you why. This deck is very interesting. It's very fun. I think it has a good surprise factor, which you can pull off against your opponent who's not expecting you to play this version of it. But however, YCS wise, it will not do well in my opinion. I mean, you guys are more than welcome to test this out in TCG. The reason why I'm presenting it to you on Edo Pro is because I personally scrapped the deck. I don't think it was getting very frustrating to me, and but when it took off, it really took off. So I think that's where the fun part of this deck comes, and I chose to move on to a different project. So before we jump into the deck profile, guys, don't forget to smash that subscribe button. Let's get us to that 2,500 sub mark. We've taken off recently, and I thank every single one of you guys for helping me achieve that goal. It's unbelievable, but we'll continue to looking to grow, and I'll continue to be providing this type of content to you guys. So let's just jump into this deck profile here, guys. If you notice, there is a certain trend going on here. There's a lot of level 8 monsters and no hand traps, because this version of the deck does not run hand traps. It's more of a board breaker build. Slightly similar to what you're used to in the OCG with the Utopia LND. The Horus LND package, but in here we're kind of slipping in the Utopia to kind of piggyback off that. And I'll go over that, and I'll show you some test hands, and we'll get to decide if this is the best version of the deck. Always don't forget to comment down below, as I value your input close to heart. So we're going to start with the board breakers. We got 3 Lava Golems, level 8. You guys know what this card does, especially if you're not going first. A very good card, especially in this format where people put up unbreakable boards. Let's see, we got 3 Mcetis, obviously part of the Horus package. Very good card, card that you can ditch another additional card from your hand to the grave, and then draw a card, and then tap into your Horus engine. We got 2 LND Darkness Dragons. This card is actually pretty nuts in with the Horus cards, because it synergizes really well with them. If it's destroyed, because you have Pharaonic Sarcophagus, King Sarcophagus as they call it, this card cannot destroy the rest of your Horus cards. So it's pretty handy when it synergizes with this. And it's like an Appaloosa, and it's a mandatory effect. It's not a once per turn times 4 negation, but be careful because it is once per chain. And to kind of bring this out towards the end of your plays, because it does unfortunately negate all your activations as well. We have 1 Happy, 1 Horus, Dumatef. So this is what you need for when it comes to Horus package, and obviously the spell. We are running the best Utopic card, and that is the Ascended Sage. You definitely want to maximize on this. We are running 3 copies of Summoner Monk, and I know some of you may question the fact that Summoner Monk is in here and why is he in here, but I'll get to that soon enough once we do some test hands. The second best card in the deck is the 3 copies of Astraltopia. This guy's mandatory at 3 because there's always going to be an XC monster on the field, and this is a free special summon. And not to mention, you get to search for key cards with this card as well. Link Astral Karibo functions way better in this deck than it does in the pure Utopia build, simply because you can either make it a level 4 or a level 8, because you are running a level 8, and it synergizes very well with the Horus engine as well. And that makes your monsters that you bring out basically unable to be destroyed by card effects, which is pretty insane if you think about it. Obviously, another going second card is the Double Talents. 1 Rhoda, because most of these 2 guys are warriors. It's worth searching for them, trust me. Trade-ins is a good bait for any Ash Blossoms. It does lose to Droll, I want to say, if you don't have certain cards in hand. So if you want, instead of Numbers Protection, you can run Call by the Grave. which I think is a good change to make. So well, we can make that change later. Zexal Construction is a one-off because it can be searched with this guy, and Zexal Construction actually gets you a rank up card, which is Utopia Force, and another one which is a magic, the Magic Launch. So the reason Magic Launch is in here is because we can do some nasty things with this combination, and I'll go over that again in my combo tutorial. Okay, this is one of the best spell cards in here. It allows your Utopia to kind of go into the Dragonar, which is the boss monster in this deck. You got 3 Super Polys because it breaks boards, 1 brick of a card, double or nothing, which can suck if you draw it, but honestly, you can shuffle it back with Zexal Construction in order to not kind of get stuck with it. And cards like Stonewall of the Imperial Tombs, you can shuffle this back so it becomes live again. 1 copy of Tactics because this can get you 4 draws in 1 turn. Triple Sarcophagus, you do want to see this card. 4th copy of Sarcophagus as well, and 1 Numbers Protection, which I will change right now to Call by the Grave. So let's make that Call by. Okay. Now that that's here, let's move on to our... There's no side deck. I don't think we need to go that hard into this. Side deck is optional on whatever you choose it to be. We have 1 Garura, 1 more Dragon for our Super Poly targets. Raid Raptor Rising Rebellion Falcon. I figured out how to bring this guy out and how to utilize the Kali Yuga lock way before the Raid Raptors became a thing. I was actually hyped about showing this to you guys, but honestly, I've been so busy with other content, I could not advertise it to you guys. So, but here we're here now, and that's all that matters. And then 1 copy of the Typhon. Typhon is obviously, you know, it's an amazing card that belongs well, and it synergizes well with your Raid Raptor Rising Rebellion. We have 1 copy of the Utopia Dragonar, which upon summon, it's a quick effect. You can detach 2 materials, bring out any number monster from your extra deck onto the field. Pretty cracked, pretty amazing, and it has a second effect. Whenever a card declares an attack, your opponent's monster, you can reduce that attack to 0. So it has protection basically built in. 3k beat stick, which can get pretty big. Dragonar is a good, Hope Harbinger, is a good target for your Dragonar. During your opponent's turn as well. You can use that. Any of these guys can be brought out during your opponent's turn. Galaxy has Photon Lord for the nip protection, and then number 68, Sanalfoid, the Sky Prison, is pretty good against the fire decks. Big Eye is in here because of its synergy with Don King Kali Yuga, and then you have your standard Utopia cards and Baguska during your opponent's turn in case your board is about to get broken. So now that we kind of reviewed the deck profile, I kind of want to show you guys some test hands and then move on to actual matches, maybe 1 or 2. So let's go ahead, let's go test hand here. Okay, so we're going to start with this hand, which called by is obviously, we're going to assume that he has something. If he doesn't, then that's fine. So you're going first. Super Poly is always the last card you want to kind of give up on. So you're going to go trade in, you're going to ditch Doom Attack, you're going to draw your 2 cards. Okay. In case you get Drolled, you got this. In case you get Ash, you get this. But let's say for the sake of it, they don't have any of it for some reason in this meta. You're going to activate this, you're going to ditch. You kind of want to hold on to Galaxy. Your call by during your opponent's turn. And you're going to go for your standard. A little underwhelming of a board this is going to be. That was weird. It's a little underwhelming to look at, but you can make 2 level 8s here. Build 1 negate, but it depends on your matchup, right? If you're going blind, then I guess... If you're going blind, honestly, sometimes it's better to just leave this board the way that it is. Here, you can just pitch call by and bring out and just special out Happy. This is what I'm saying, like this board alone can give you such incredible follow-up. Doesn't seem like much, but this is all interruptions, and this is an interruption as well. And you have tactics to draw in case like you would have gotten interrupted. So that's but if you don't see the Utopia hand, then you're kind of like feel like you're not playing Utopia. That's where the struggle is. But let's do another one. So this one's a little more Utopia friendly, right? Let's say you're going first again. I gotta play this correctly. So you go Rhoda, right? You bait it out. You get your copy of Sage. You're gonna special summon your Sage. You're gonna activate Actually, yeah, you're gonna special summon Sage, then you're gonna go through this play, okay? Because you want to protect yourself. Can you protect yourself any more than that? Yeah, that's where the flaw of the deck is. Okay, and then you're gonna activate Tactics. You're gonna reveal a level 4. Okay, so now you have a level 4. Now you're gonna make your Utopia play. If they nib at any point, you still have your Horus engine, which is pretty good. So you're gonna go ahead and Chainlink 1, and then you're gonna block that Chainlink from Ash Blossom, Chainlink 2. You're not gonna activate the Chainlink 3 because you still wanna draw. So you're gonna add this. Okay. This is actually clutch. Drawing Astraltopia. Watch this. You're gonna add this. You're gonna watch how many draws you guys are getting. Activate again. Okay. Now you're gonna special summon one more time. You're gonna bring out your Utopia Ray. That's gonna give me one more draw. You got call by. Neat. Okay, so now you're gonna activate your spell. Here comes Dragonar. Dragonar gives you another draw. So now you're going to activate Dragonar's effect. You're going to detach 2 in case they're holding on to that nib really tight. And it doesn't matter who you bring out for the sake of it. Let's say we're going to bring out this boy. Give him that monster effect negation. And now you're going to play your Astraltopia. You're going to special summon him. You can activate its effect to get rid of, let's say, Tactics, because you don't really need it. You're going to get the Zexal. Activate Zexal. You're going to shuffle back. Maybe double or nothing, doesn't matter. And that's going to get you your Hyper Rank Up. From there, you're going to go ahead and go through your usual sequence by dumping Call by the Grave in case they have like anything. I mean, I doubt they have anything. And then from here, you go this. You go here. You can special out any of these guys, right? You want spell protection, you got it. You want monster from the graveyard coming out, you got it. But for this sake, let's go this route. Okay, so now you have spell protection. You have a monster protection. This card's gonna go face down. You're gonna go one more time. The goal is like it's over. This is what you're trying to accomplish. Like, and then you're gonna bring out Happy just to chill here and kind of be a follow-up. Okay. Now you're gonna pass the turn to your opponent because we don't have an opponent. We're gonna assume that we're in the main phase. Actually, we're here, right? We're gonna always pause before he enters the battle phase. You're gonna activate his effect. You can activate it during the standby phase. I would do that actually. You're gonna bring out Big Eye. Big Eye comes out. They're still in the main phase. You're gonna wait for him to do something. Once they play their first card, whatever it is, you're gonna pop open Rank Up. And that will get you. Alright, let's turn off the always pause. That's gonna get you your Kali Yuga lock. So now you have big bodies on board, which is hard to get by. And then Kali Yuga negates all monster effects. Actually, the turn you activate this card, other monster using control cannot attack. What am I reading? Once this card hits the field, all other card effects on the field are negated, and neither player can activate cards or effects that are on the field. So anything that hits the field is negated. And if they decide to go cute and play back row heavy decks, end phase, this guy can detach a card and clear the back row. Okay? And then when it comes back to you, by that time, it's already game over. You have a lot of big bodies. But just in case they decide to get cute, you can go ahead and slap, what do you call it? Deus Machinax on top. And now you have a double monster take. So this is it, guys. This is like the most optimal version. The most powerful version I can think of the way to play this deck. And the reason why I play this deck is in case they clean all this up, you still have your King Sarcophagus and you still have follow-up. And trust me when I say this, the Horus cards by themselves, they put in work. As you can see, like in the formats, the Horus monsters themselves, they have been decks before without having any engine. So let's go ahead and show you guys a match. Let's see if I can demonstrate what this deck can do against an opponent. Let's hope we play against the Fire King. Not a lot is happening right now. Let's play this. Yeah, alright. Looks like we get to go first. Let's see what our hand looks like. Strangely enough, no Utopia cards, but let's do trade-ins here. Alright. And just like that, we're in business. Check this out. We're going to normal summon our Summoner Monk. We're going to activate his effect. Switching him to defense mode. Activating again. Ditch this card. Do special out this boy. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and go into our Utopia place. We're going to go ahead and summon this guy out. From your hand. So let's go ahead and rank this guy up first, because we want to get that double or nothing. And then go into Utopia. So I know you want to try and get cute and go into your regular Horus engine, but don't do it. Just get to the point. Don't do any of this fancy stuff. Just go here. I don't care. Even throw your tactics away. You want to get that spell, because I'll show you why. I'm going to special out this guy. Activate. Bring out Dragonar. What do I want to go for? Go here. You're gonna set and end your turn. He's gonna be thinking, wow, this is an easy W. And then you go, pablam! And then he's obviously gonna have a counter, because that's how this game works. No, he doesn't. There's Big Eye. He still thinks we're misplaying here. Can play through Dark Ruler. Watch this. If he has the Dark Ruler, that'd be a great example. Emergency teleport. I don't think so. I don't know what jank you're playing. That ain't gonna work here. Because we have Kali Yuga. Negate it. And it should be automatic scoop. Come on. No. Are you gonna attack this? That's fair. He says cool. Yep, and there's Sweet Surrender. So yeah, that's it, guys. That's what the deck is capable of. I thought I would show you what it does. And I hope you enjoy it as much as I did. I know that this deck is still has its kinks, and it's not always like automatic, but when it does happen and it does take off, which is about 80% of the time, it's pretty dangerous, because especially people don't know what they're playing against. So let me know in the comments down below what you think, if you're a Utopia player religiously. Let me know how you feel about this build, and if it's something that you're going to use in your future builds. As always, your boy Satellar Knight is glad to present this video to you, and I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good one.